Hello my viewers, I have done videos before where I have clearly shown you the combinations that you might have in 2027. And by that I mean the possible tickets. Hello my viewers, I have done videos before where I have shown you the possible tickets that you might be having come 2027. I have done that of Kalonzo Musyoka and Matiang'i, which I'm going to repeat for some specific reasons. I've shown you that of Gachagua and Matiang'i. I've shown you that of Matiang'i and Kalonzo. All those combinations, I've actually analyzed them here on this particular channel. But there's one that I've not touched on. That is of Dr. Kalonzo Musyoka and that of Mother Karua. And that is what I want to take you through on this particular channel, because I'm very sure that being that Mother Karua is also part of the principles within the opposition, she cannot just be ignored, that she cannot be considered to become a flag bearer or even become a running mate. But before I take you through, if this is the first time you're watching my videos at Mukwa Times, feel free to subscribe, like, and comment, because that is the best support you can always give this channel. My name is Abel Mukwa. My number is always here. Feel free to get in touch, because that's the best support you can always give this channel. First, I have to tell you that before that ticket is settled on, there must be some circumstances that must arise. Number one, it's a scenario where Dr. Matiang'i decides to go independent, not to join hands with the opposition team. If that happens, then the opposition team, they are going to segregate themselves. And then they decide, if that's the case, then acha tujipange sisi wenyewe, wewe ndo jipange na Jubilee na wengine. So that is one of the likely scenarios that can result to Mama Martha Karua to be considered. Number two, it's where Rigathi Gachagua is not allowed to be at the ballot, in that the government decides it has to remain that Gachagua is impeached. So in a nutshell, in such a scenario, Gachagua will not be on the ballot. And if you check the opposition team, after Kalonzo Musyoka, Matiang'i, Gachagua, then we have Mother Karua, then Justin Muturi. Because Mother Karua, she has run for president. She has been on greater heights in this country when it comes to leadership. So in a nutshell, she's also very popular than most of these leaders within the opposition. So in a scenario where Gachagua is not allowed, then the next person, it is none other than Mama Martha Karua. Another scenario that can result to Martha Karua going for that seat, it's if William Ruto gets Natembeya on board. If he gets Natembeya to his side, then it's very clear that Gachagua, who intends to get a running mate from Western region, lacks an option and decides now to settle on someone else from Mount Kenya region. That's if also Sifuna does not join them. So in a nutshell, if William Ruto goes for Natembeya, that's also a clear possibility that can result to the opposition team settling on Martha Karua and Kalonzo Musyoka. Another reason that can lead to Martha Karua being at the ballot also is the fact that the Mount Kenya people decide that no, we are not just going to give her 5 or maybe 6 million votes just like that. We need to have someone also in the ticket. If they demand there's no alternative, they have to be listened to, because they are going to bring a huge number to the table. That one, there's no negotiation about that. The intelligence that Rigathi Gachagua usually uses can be able to tell also at some point that if they don't front someone also from the Mount Kenya region, there's a possibility that they cannot be able to consolidate the entire Mount Kenya region. Or maybe there's a possibility that William Ruto might sponsor someone to run for president from that region. So in a nutshell, to protect the votes of Mount Kenya, they might at some point decide, no, we need to have someone at the ballot, so that at least we can consolidate the people of Mount Kenya, or maybe the votes of Mount Kenya towards the opposition side. Now, those are the possibilities. Those are some of the things that can result to Martha Karua being in the ticket, either with the Kalonzo Musyoka or with someone else. But the fact is, on this particular video, I want to talk about Kalonzo Musyoka and Mother ticket. What strength does this ticket have that will be able to make opposition better? That's what I want to take you through. But before I do so, if this is the first time you're watching my videos at Mukwa Times, feel free to subscribe, like, and comment, because that is the best support you can always give this channel. Without much wasting of time, allow me to dive into this topic here today. The first strength these people have is numbers. When you combine Kamba and whichever person from the Mount Kenya region, that is almost 8 million strong you're going to start with. So that means that the ballot will have a very strong backing. That kind of a number, William Ruto used it to win the elections. Actually, he had slightly below that. And if these people come together, then therefore, checking the turnout that Kenyans usually show, these people are going to become number 1 or even number 2 if it's worst. So therefore, it's a formidable ticket to face President William Ruto at the ballot, period. Another strength that these people have is the spirit to come out and vote. Let me tell you, Kenyans in 2027, they are likely to turn out in large numbers and vote, or still turn out in low numbers, because there's a possibility that people are having in mind that William Ruto might not get out of power even if he's voted out. So when these kind of allegations are out, you realize that some people might get demoralized to get out and vote. They'll say, even if I vote, still my vote is not going to count. So whether they decide to stay home or decide to come out and vote, the Mount Kenya region and the Kamba region will lead, because this Kamba region, they have been yearning for the top seat. So if they get Kalonzo Musyoka, I'm sure watatokea. Mount Kenya region, without any reasonable doubt, if they decide to come out and vote, they do come out. That is a spirit that does not exist in any other part of this country, which makes the ticket of Mother Karua and Kalonzo Musyoka top-notch, formidable one, a dangerous one against President William Ruto. So therefore, it's a ticket that people must watch. Very clear. Another thing that actually makes this ticket to be very strong is the unity that we are seeing right now. Already advancements have been made, where the Kamba region is now uniting with the Kikuyu region and Meru and Mbere and Embu, to literally make that one block, the Mount Kenya region, so that we can have Mount Kenya East, Mount Kenya West, and Mount Kenya South. So the fact remains, those people are now working together so that they can be able to form one big block with huge numbers. So that kind of unity, it's very crucial. So if they decide to come together and face whoever they want to in 2027, so long as they have enough muscles to be able to consolidate these votes, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a tough ticket that William Ruto is going to face come 2027. Because the Kamba now, if they have about 3 to 4 million, the Mount Kenya people have 6 to 7 million. And then we have their friends back them up from other parts of this country. In a nutshell, they're going to sweep the streets. They're going to sweep across. And the fact remains they're going to present a presidential candidate who is formidable. And the fact is they might win an election. The worst, as I said it, it's either they become number 2 or become number 1, but not number 3. So in whichever way, whether they become number 1 or 2, they are going to determine who wins, or they are going to be the government themselves. It only requires that they protect their votes, people to come out in large numbers and be able to vote for them. They need to consolidate also some money, to have some money at least to be able to fund their campaigns very well, agents to be paid, campaigns to be done properly. But with Gachagua on board, there's a lot of organization that you're going to see, because when it comes to politics, he's very much more organized than most of these politicians that we are seeing online. My name is Abel Mokwa. Thank you so much for watching. I don't know what's your take. On the comment section, share with me what you think about that ticket of Kalonzo Musyoka, and of course, Mother Karua. She has been there before. You know her. Kalonzo Musyoka has been there before. So what do you think? See you next time on the more videos.